Okay, hi everyone. This is Dr. Harrington. I just wanted to provide you with an overview of the resources that are available to you in MindTap and also show you how you can go ahead and you would submit your assignments and all. So when you log into MindTap, you should get into the course. When you see, it should automatically bring you to this weekly view. So if you look at these tabs up here, this tells you that we're in the week view. And that'll basically tell you kind of what kinds of things are due, what's coming up. The first tab is actually the book, so you can actually read the book right from this page. I'm just going to go ahead and take us there for a moment. So when you log in, you'll see that you're brought to the book. Now, one of the things that you might want to do, because it does pick up, it remembers where you left off, so that way you don't have to go and try to find your spot. But since I'm not at the very, very beginning, I'm just going to go back and click that chapter contents button that was right up here. And then that lets you go to whatever section you want. So if for some reason you lose your spot, you don't have to go page by page. You can go back to that main chapter content page. So if we start off here, the introduction, it matches up with the same exact content that is in a hard copy book, except for there's some additional resources that you're going to want to take advantage of. So one of those resources are tips from the author. And you'll see that these tips from the author actually occur before every kind of major section in the textbook. So when you just press the play button, you'll see that this video is not very long. They're all about just about a minute or so. And this one's actually only 40 seconds. But what it does is it gives you some of the main points of that chapter, so that section. So it's a good idea to watch. You're seeing me kind of highlight the major key points that you want to emphasize.
In addition, you'll find out how you can become a
So you'll want to kind of make sure you pay attention to those. And then when you scroll down and you get to the bottom, you'll just go ahead and hit the next page to get over to the next page. So again, here's another video, which is going to be more about this section that you would watch. And then you can kind of just keep scrolling, and you'll see that the same charts, the same content is all here. Now, there are time for actions that are built into the textbook, which are activities that are a good idea for you to do as you're going along. They're built in right into the body of the text so that you can kind of pause, kind of digest some of the information, apply it in some way. Some of these are going to be counted towards your grade, and others you can do just to kind of support your learning. So this one in particular for my class is not required, but you'll see as we kind of scroll through the next page, you see right here there's this bright yellow box that kind of says, whoa, there's a required activity coming your way. So right here is the required activity. So what you're going to want to do is you want to click the box so that you can complete it. And then you'll just go ahead and click Start the Assignment Now. So this gives you kind of the prompt, and then you can type your answer right in the box like this. This is my answer. And then you would go ahead and click the Submit. Now, if you want to save it, maybe you get disrupted, you can go ahead and save it. But you have to make sure you hit Submit so that way I know it's ready for grading. And then you would go ahead and hit that Submit button. So you'll see those kind of scattered throughout the text. Now, there's more than one way to get to that. The ideal way is to read the chapter and do them as you come to them, but you can also do them from the front page. So I'll show you that in just a moment. In fact, let's just go ahead and X out of here. So I'm going to X out of the book for a minute and just show you that if we go here to the next page, see where this time for action is, you could click right on here and it'll take you right to the time for action, so you can just go ahead and type your answer in. So let me do that one more time. Again, you're in the weekly view, and whenever it's due, you can click right on this main page. Or you could do what we just did, which is go to the actual textbook and then find it. Either way is going to allow you to submit your work that way. Now, we're having some assignments that aren't submitted online. So for instance, the reflection assignment, I want you to hand that in person. So this is here just as a reminder, but you don't actually submit that assignment here. You just look at your syllabus and do the assignment as you would with any other college assignment and hand it in, typed and stapled and all of that. I do want to show you another resource that is within the textbook that you're going to find pretty helpful. So for instance, here, when you go to chapter 2, I'm just going to show you this one because it's a little bit easier. Oops, wait a minute, I clicked on reading assignment. We're actually not doing reading assignments this way either. Let's go to chapter 2 right there. I'm going to go to the chapter content so that I can get back to the very beginning to make sure I don't miss it. And in the beginning of every chapter, in addition to these tips from the author, you'll notice that there's a research article, right? So I'm just going to scroll down. Here's the article. It's by Einstein. It's a second chapter article, and it's about the testing effect. So basically, this whole article is listed there that you can go ahead and read the actual article. These are peer-reviewed journal articles, so they can be a little bit challenging to read. So what I've done for you is prior to the article is I've kind of done a walkthrough to kind of help you understand what this article is all about so that when you go and read it fully, you'll have a better understanding of it. Now these are longer. The tips are only about a minute or so, but this one you'll see they'll range from 10 to 20 minutes or so. But I do think it's a good opportunity for you to really pay attention to what the research is all about.
In summary, what they basically asked their students to do was to either read and study a passage twice, or to read and study it only once, and then, without looking at the passage, try to remember everything they learned about. So it was either the study condition or the study test condition. And what you're going to do here for this research prediction part is to answer this question: which approach do you think led to remembering more and performing better on the quiz? Of course, the next step is to go ahead and read the article and find out whether your prediction is accurate or not. And you'll go ahead and focus on these important questions when you're reading each section. So let's go ahead and dive into the article. We always start with the abstract, as you know, and the abstract is just another word for summary. And here you'll find a very brief overview of the study, what they did, and what the key findings.
I'm just going to go ahead and get out of this. So you can see, again, they're in the ballpark of 10 to 20 minutes each article, but I walk through and I kind of show you what the article is all about. So I encourage you to go ahead and watch that before you read the actual article. It will help you significantly. And you'll also find in the chapters that there are some study tips from students as well. So let me see if I could just put my finger on one. Let's see. I think there's one in this section, if I recall. There's not one for every section. Yes, here's one of the students providing a tip. So again, you'll see these are only about a minute or so also.
And I wanted to share with you.
And they just share kind of some information about why they found that section helpful or one of the tips and why it really works for them. So I want to make sure that you really do take advantage of those. Those are really, really important. Now, some of you might want the textbook read to you. You might find that that just makes it easier for you to do. If you want to, you can see over here, there's this read speaker option. So you can go ahead and click on that, and that will read the text to you. You can also go ahead and look up a word if you need to. There's a lot of apps over here that might be valuable to you. So I encourage you to go ahead and play around with them and see what ones you would like. However, I do want to point your attention to one important issue. This here is the full book. So this is more of like the traditional ebook that doesn't have all of the multimedia built in. So if you click on this version of the book, you're not going to see these videos and all. So I don't encourage you to use that because you're missing out on all the other techniques. So whenever you're finished with a chapter, you just go ahead and X out, and then you can navigate back to your main page. I do want to show you that there's another page here that you can use, which is called the unit view. And the unit view initially will show you all of the chapters. So it's just another way to navigate to different kinds of information. So maybe you want to jump ahead to chapter 4, and then here you would also click on here and you'd get to see the book. Or if you click on the activities, you'd get to see all the time for actions, and you can see which ones I'm counting for a grade. So those are the 2 that you have to do in order to earn the grade for that chapter assignment. The other thing I'll mention is that their grade book, which should be over here in the Progress app. So this we have to, you'd see, I'm showing you the faculty view, but you would see your grades there. So I hope this provides you with an overview of MindTap, and of course, if you have questions along the way, you just reach out, and hopefully it helps you keep track of things and it gets you engaged with the course content. All right, well, take care, everyone. I'll see you in class.